people, what's going on? How are you doing today? I am doing super de-duper. It's a sunny, beautiful, gorgeous day here in Acapulco. I'm not in Acapulco, but you know, I've always wanted to say I'm in Acapulco. Is Acapulco even a place still? I'm sure it is. Back in the day when you used to watch like the Brady Bunch and Jeffersons and everybody was going to Acapulco. You know, everybody like, hey, where you going for vacation? I'm going to Acapulco. Now nobody goes to Acapulco anymore. Did Acapulco go underwater? Is it still in Acapulco? Comment below if it's still in Acapulco. If you're from Acapulco and you're watching the show, then comment below. Hey, I'm still alive. I'm in Acapulco. It's beautiful here. That's what I want you to comment, because I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just remember back in the day, every single 70s and 80s sitcom, when people went to vacation, I just came back from Acapulco. So anyway, I'm not here in Acapulco. I'm here in my home giving you a video of my newest pickups, and I want to share with you some of the stuff that I got this week, midweek, that week. I got it recently. All right. First movie is a movie called The Forbidden Zone. Yeah. All right. So this is the deal. This movie is out of print. This movie comes with the CD soundtrack from Oingo Boingo. It was a movie made by Richard Elfman, which I found does the music for, I think he did the music for Batman movies, the Batman franchise. If I remember correctly, I think he also did the music for Nightmare Before Christmas. I could be wrong. Comment below if I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did. But this is what he was in this movie. And this was like a trip. This is a trip movie. A trippy, weird, odd, crazy movie that's out of print that I needed for my collection just so I could say I have it. So people come, you own the Forbidden Zone. Do you have the Forbidden Zone in your collection? Yes, I do. I got it. Okay? Do you have the Forbidden Zone in your collection? Does it come with the CD soundtrack so you can listen to Oingo Boingo perform the Forbidden Zone soundtrack? I mean, can you feel it? Can you feel Oingo Boingo tonight? Yes, I can, because I have this awesome little packaging thing. And yes, it's out of print. It popped up on my thing, and somebody was selling this thing for $14. And so I'm like, okay, the Forbidden Zone, what is that? What's the cover intrigued me. Limited edition includes soundtrack. It intrigued me, okay? The guy had it flipped open. There's the CD soundtrack. There's the Blu-ray. What is this movie about? I went on YouTube, did some research. I'm like, wow. It's a trippy movie. It's just a trippy movie that I need to see in its entirety. Not these little snippets, bits and pieces from YouTube. I need to see the entire movie. Buddies, pals, it's a trip. It's a trip. If you have seen The Forbidden Zone, comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you have not seen The Forbidden Zone, enter at your own risk. That's what I gotta say about that. You want to spend the kind of money for this? You go spend the money for this thing. Like I said, I paid $14 a change, I think, with the shipping. It's going on eBay for like $30, $40, $50 or whatever. You want to spend the money, you go spend the money. If not, I don't even know where you can see that. I don't know if it's available on YouTube. It's rated. Is it even a rated? I think it's unrated. This is an unrated version, if I remember correctly, and which is another thing. So I'm like, unrated. It's got a guy dressed like a frog in it. There's a guy dressed like a frog. I mean, he's a character in this thing. It's Oingo Boingo. And you're looking at me like I'm crazy, okay? You don't even know what you're missing there. All right. Next movie, another music-related movie. Alice's Restaurant, starring Arlo Guthrie. All right, my friends here. Let me break this down for you. Alice's Restaurant was a CD, cassette, record by Arlo Guthrie about this restaurant. And then what happened was, if I remember correctly, if this is the way the song goes, these kids went to the restaurant. Well, actually, it wasn't even a restaurant. It was a hotel, a church. It was a church. The kids were living in the church, and they went and threw trash out. They ended up getting arrested by the local cop, and then there was a bunch of problems that happened over there. But Arlo Guthrie had a whole song. It was called Alice's Restaurant. And if you had the CD, it was literally half the CD. And if you had the cassette tape, it was the first side of the cassette tape. And I think if you had the record, it was the first side of the record. This thing was long. I mean, minutes and minutes and minutes long. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. It was, and it told us, okay, the song itself wasn't like a song. It was a story being told. And I used to listen to it over and over again. It would tell the whole story about what happened to these kids and the situation they had with the sheriff and the problems they had with throughout the track. It was good. But then if the second part of the album, Had some going down to South. What was? Oh wow! I'm bringing in a couple of keys. Don't check my bag if you please, Mr. Customs Man. Hey, and I think it has a pickle song on it too. I don't want a pickle, just want to ride my motorcycle. You know, listen, it's folk songs. The movie itself was good, a little bit long. I had to get it to add to my collection. I have it on DVD. This was an upgrade because I like the music of it. I like the music, and I like the story, and it brings back a piece of my childhood that kind of doesn't make any sense to a lot of people, but it makes sense to me. You know what I mean? It's like I had to add this to my collection. Next one was recommended by one of you fine YouTubers here. You said you need to get this movie, and I got it, but I have not watched it yet. It just came in this week, okay? So I have not watched it yet, but somebody, oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me for not remembering who posted it, but it is a movie called Zombie Strippers, starring Jenna Jameson and Robert Englund. Yes, Freddy Krueger. And you know what? How could I not jump on a Zombie Strippers? It's Zombie Strippers. I mean, it's got Robert Englund, it's got Freddy Krueger, it's got the young Jenna Jameson, it's got the Jenna Jameson that I grew to love when I was younger, if you know what I mean. It's Zombie Strippers, Robert Englund. And somebody recommended it. I'm like, okay, you know, and they even went as far as to tell me that it's inexpensive. You go on eBay right now and you're gonna get it real cheap. I think and I went on and hey, sure as poo poo. Okay, it was like $5, and I'm like, yes, and this was actually the second time I tried to buy this movie. A while back, they used to have this at a Newberry Comics near me. I didn't buy it, passed on it, went home, ordered it, and they sent me the wrong movie. Okay, they sent me the wrong movie. They said they apologized, they gave me my money back, said, hey, keep the movie, and I just forgot about this movie. I didn't even bother on trying to order it again. I was like, okay, well, I got a free movie, I got my money back, and whatever. And then she brought up, hey, you got to see Zombie Strippers, and I was like, I'm going for it. I'm going to take your advice because I respect your comments. I respect what you got to say to me. Sometimes you guys know more than I do. Probably a lot of times you know more than I do. But yeah, Zombie Strippers. And we're going with one more. Last one that I picked up this week. I picked it up because me and my son, we got up one morning early. And he's like, you want to watch a movie, Dad? And I'm like, okay, you know, nothing I love more than when my son interacts with me. And nothing I love more than when my son says, hey, let's watch a movie together. Because like I said, I always tell you guys, movies are memories. And I want to make a memory with my son. So he got up early this morning. The whole family was sleeping. And he's like, what should we watch? So I'm skinning through the channels there, the Netflix, Hulu, whatever it was. And this movie was on there, Rain Man. This is brand new, factory seal. I did not open up because we just got done watching this a couple weeks ago. If you don't know what Rain Man's about, it's about a man that has autism, and his brother doesn't know that he had a brother, and then his father passes and leaves him just the car, and he wants to know why the money went to this secret person, finds out that he has a brother, and then he decides he's going to kidnap the brother to try to get the money, but then he ends up falling in love with the brother. He gets this emotional attachment to it's a lovely story that I was glad that I was able to sit down and watch with my son because it has so many memorable lines and catchphrases and stuff that it's funny because ever since you've seen this, the toothpick part of it, if you remember the toothpick part where they drop the toothpick and he's like, and he comes up with how many toothpicks fell on the ground. My son's been quoting it since he saw it, and I did not own this on Blu-ray. I had it on DVD. I kind of forgot about it. It's one of those movies that's just classic, you know. And sometimes classics you've seen them so many times you don't want to go back and relive them. But because he didn't see it before, I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna share this movie with you. I'm gonna share how special Rain Man was to me when I saw it for the first time, and now we're watching it together, and we'll never forget that day. So another great memory made by movies. And with that said, my friends, that was all the pickups I have for today. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Comment below. I love hearing your comments. And I will see you later.